get it loose off a shot. Real quick. Real shot. Oh, that's a good drink there.
You good?
My brother.
All right. Hey, comes to the Plate podcast. We are back. Right now, we're going to get into this mental health and physical health segment. So, let it be known that, again, this is a very important part of everybody's lives. And we're not just men. We are men, of course, but this is not just a part or a segment for men. We can only speak from our perspectives, how we feel, what we think, and what we've been through in our own experiences. And we do understand now how important mental health and physical health is to our livelihood, to your livelihood, to our family's livelihood. It's a very important part of survival. It's a huge part of survival. It's probably the most important part of survival is your mental and physical health. So, speaking of physical health,
That's a good drink there. That's a good drink there.
Again, man, I'm gonna start this off by saying, since this is the first episode, thank you. Anybody that's watching, anybody that's looking, that's both. Watching and looking, that's the same thing. Watching and listening to all the ladies, all the gentlemen, all the animals, because I have very animalistic tendencies. I think we all do. And you have pets.
I got cats.
If you have any animals in your life or around, if you put this on, more than likely, if they hear these voices, they're going to pay attention. Whether you have cats, whether you have dogs, whether you have lions, tigers, bears, or any reptiles around. I mean, I feel like they're gonna tune in if you let them. You just sit this in front of them, and they'll start watching. You know what I mean? You might be amazed, like why is my lion just watching this nigga on the camera? Like, he's not even, he's just relaxing, and it's because we gotta think. You know what I mean? Certain animals I have a thing with, you know what I mean? But outside of that, this is very important because I think my brother spoke on this before, and we've spoken on this before, that this just us being here in this setting together as brothers, we know each other, we love each other as brothers, and this is, we encouraging anybody that if you need to go to therapy, please go to therapy. If you need to talk to somebody about anything you're feeling or thinking, please do it. Find the nearest person to talk to, just to get it off. Sometimes it's important to just get things off your chest. It don't even matter if it's somebody you know or not, because I think that's what therapy is. It could be somebody you completely don't know. It's pretty much a stranger to you, and you really in there just to get off your thoughts, right? And that's what this is. A part of what this is therapy for both of us. For me personally, it is, because I get to sit here and just be in a comfortable setting with my brother, have a drink, and just talk, you know, about things I feel, things I think, my experiences, and that's all this is. It's pretty much a huge therapy session. I know a lot of people's other podcasts and other things we watch, it's therapeutic. It can be therapeutic, and they get information from it, they get advice from it, or they just get the vent on it. You know what I mean? So this is a part of what this is. It's a huge part of what this is. It's a part of how it started out, and this is what we're going to always continue to do. And so we're going to continue to push how important your mental and your physical health is.
I think another thing to piggyback off what my brother's talking about too, it's good to always be in a safe environment. What helps us, I guess, really relate is that we're always in a safe environment where nobody's laughing at how we feel. If you're around people and you sharing your story and how you feel with people and they laughing at, get away from them. That's not healthy. You need to be around some people who hear your heart about the things you're going through. Not saying you can't joke while you're sharing what you're going through, but you know the difference between laughing with you and laughing at you. I prefer to be around my brothers that's going to laugh with me. And if you're laughing at me, it's because I either telling you a joke or something like that I did to myself that I find is funny. But, you need to really take some, be around some people that really take you serious, man, because mental health, we lose 12 men every, 30 seconds or something like that?
Something like that. I don't know the stats on it, but
it's bad. We losing, and all because they ain't had nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we don't
the suicide rate is very high.
Men suicide, dog, is at an all-time high. And we take this part very seriously. So to kind of just get it back to my brother and his direction of where he wants to go with mental health and physical health today. What things have you done, or what's going on with your mental health, physical health right now? Where you at with yourself right now, bro?
Mentally, man, I'm all over the place, like always, and this is a new thing for me, so I'm not really, because this will be, you have access to this. Millions of people will have access to this. Whether one person watches it or a million people watches it. I want to let people know that, because this is a part of it for me is not feeling alone in what I think and what I feel. A lot of the times when I was growing up, I could feel like I'm alone in something I'm thinking. I could feel like, is anybody else thinking about this? Is anybody else feel this way? And that could be a lonely way of thinking, right? And a lonely way of thinking leads to, it could lead to depression. It could lead to other things that could be worse, right? It could lead to you hurting somebody because you might be hurting and you really don't want to say nothing because you might feel like ain't nobody else in the world hurting like I'm hurting, right? And so a big part of this is to let anybody know you're not the only person. You're not alone. I think that's one of the main things I want to stress to anybody is you're not alone, right? And that's a big part of my mental health is remembering that I'm never alone in what I'm thinking, because as men, we tend to take everything on our own, right? You tend to say, I'm all right. I'm tough enough to take it. It is what it is. I'm not going, I'm not going to express how I feel. I'm not going to talk about how I feel. I'm not going to talk about what I think. I'm not going to talk about my experience. I'm just going to keep it in, and that could be to our own detriment sometimes, right? So, I think a big part of my mental health has been thus far within the last few years is being able to express myself. Even in this fashion, I was not able to do this before. Even talking to my brother, I love my brother, and I got uncles and parents and friends that I'm able to confide in whenever I need to. It's not like I don't have that. Some people don't have it. Some people don't have the safe space, like you said, to even do this. Even with that, I still would keep in a lot of things, right? So, I think mentally, I'm still, I still am, I have regret, I have guilt, I have, things that go on in my mind that I care not to express, but I'm dealing with them, right? It's just in a way I'm dealing with them now. And I'm dealing with them in a better way because of, my relationship with God, and that's going to be, I'm not going to go too far into that. I'm just going to say that that's the most important relationship you can have,
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to help you. That's going to sustain you when you feel like you're alone, right? When you feel like you don't got nobody to talk to, you feel like you don't want to express what you're feeling and what you're thinking. That relationship is going to keep you intact. It's going to keep you sustained. It's going to keep your mental where it need to be. So I think more importantly, that's what I've developed more recently to be stronger. That relationship with God. That's helping my mental. Still, I'm mentally, I ain't gonna lie, look. I'm crazy. I don't know why people be acting like it's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
They take it like, don't call me crazy. I've heard that. I'm like all my life. Don't call me crazy. I'm like, look, I don't got no problem with saying, hey, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a psychopath though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think there's levels to crazy. Some people's crazy are at a level that's you can't comprehend. And some people are just got minimal. They not crazy really, but they got a little bit in them. All of us do, because ain't none of us perfect. So all of us got some crazy shit going on in your mind. I'll be the first to tell you, hey man, I'm crazy. I'm not crazy to the point where I'm gonna do something to somebody.
We're not
Or myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not finna hurt myself or hurt nobody. But, hey man, I got shit going on up here, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
So, that's where I'm at mentally though. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't finna hurt nobody. I ain't finna hurt myself. But, got shit going on, man. Got shit going on in the mind, man. You know what I mean?
What's one of the things that, because we talk often,
Mm-hmm.
and we do tap in with each other a lot, but in those moments when I call you,
Yeah.
because I'm going through something,
Mm-hmm.
I had to remember it and I started calling you more, because I'm like, hey, you be checking up on me, bro. Hold up, now I gotta flip it and just
Check on you.
I gotta tap in with you, bro, and check on you. Like you always check what's up with you, bro. Like what's good. And you was just like, damn, bro, like thanks for that. Like I appreciate that, homie. But like that go a long way to feeling like somebody cared. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like at least, damn, you know what? He ain't even had to call, but you know what? That's my dog. He called, man. That might get me through the rest of these 30 minutes that I'm been struggling to try to get past.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because, so I asked you what you're going through, man. Just appreciate your honesty about what you're going through and how you feel about yourself.
So how about you?
Struggling.
Yeah.
Struggling, bro. Same stuff, man. I mean, I was out today talking to a friend of mine, and I told her, I said, look, I'm just realizing now how long it took for me to see the signs that God was trying to show me about a person. Stuff that he been trying to show me for a long time that I just personally refuse to acknowledge. And I chose to ignore them. What that say about me, my thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm struggling with, man, all the things, bro. You think about depression and anxiety and not being enough. And the crazy thing is, we got family members who love us and pour into us, but we can't tell them at 2:00 in the morning this what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can, but you just don't want to.
We just don't.
Yeah.
We just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying it's not a safe place. We can. I know I can call my father. I know I can call my moms. I know I can call my sister, my niece. And
but they going through their own shit too.
And it's like, young, I can't burden them.
I can't burden them. Right.
I can't burden them with these things. But, bro, I'm struggling too, dog. Like, man, to say where I'm at right now, I wanted to share this with you. When I told you I had something for you, I saw this video, and it was talking about beginning. And it was talking about you're not where you're at because you're scared. You're scared to start. You're scared to begin. But the only person that's in your way is you. It's not the fear. You're not afraid. You got the tools, you got the fire, you got the drive, you got everything you need.
Yeah.
The only person that's stopping you is you.
You.
You're not really worried about people gossiping about you and stuff like that and all of those other things. And I watched that video, bro, and I had like tears in my eyes. So I was like, man, it is me.
Mm-hmm.
I am afraid to start. I am afraid. It is me holding me back. We got all these resources and tools, and
Mm-hmm.
we're not even putting them to, we're not even maximizing what we have. And I'm trying to get other stuff to work, and it's like, that's not going to work until we maximize this.
Right.
It's not going. We're not going to get to that next point. That next point right there is till we maximize this right here.
Right.
And I've been a detriment to my own self in a lot of ways, man, because I'm overthinking about a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get everything perfect or do everything the right way. And we've been seeing videos where they say, stop waiting for everything to be perfect. Just start. Just do it. Just begin. But I'm always trying to wait for the perfect moment to do it or the perfect time to do it. And after a while, bro, just mentally, bro, you just feel defeated sometimes. You pouring out, you're giving out. I was telling a friend of mine today, we were talking about an ex of mine, and I was telling her, my ex asked me, does she drain me? And I was like, yes. I said, you drain me because you don't realize that you're not the only person I'm pouring into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just pouring into you. I got other people that love me, and I pour into them too. But when you do that, you do get low.
Yeah.
You go out and help several people a day.
Mm-hmm.
And when things happen to you, we can kind of get into that moment where, dang, who's gonna help me now?
Mm-hmm.
I done just helped 5 people, of which I don't have a problem with helping, but man, it would be nice, it would be great if someone could help me the way I help other people sometimes. Mm-hmm. And we as men, we work hard, dog. We long for that sometimes, dog.
Yeah.
We want that.
That's all you need sometimes.
We want that rescue
Mm-hmm.
every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
As I know we men and we supposed to be strong and all. I get that, but dog, there's moments and times of weakness that comes upon all of us.
Yeah.
No matter how strong you are, no matter how biblically strong you are, no matter how naturally and physically strong you are, there's a time when, and it happens in the late nights when nobody's around you, when it's just you and your thoughts, and you in your room,
mm-hmm.
and you about to go to bed, and you thinking about the day, you like, damn, like, was I enough today? The people I love and care about
That's heavy.
They ain't call me.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't check on me. I didn't call and text. Ain't no reply back.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff hits you, bro. You know what I mean? It hits you, dog, and it defeats you for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just,
it can be defeated.
It's just like, yo, like, that's why you touched on, it's important to have that relationship with God, because
He ain't gonna never let you down.
We serve a God that's never lost.
Yeah.
You just gotta talk to him about it. You know what I'm saying? Be honest about it. Humility, one of your biggest things.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, mental health, man, it's tough. It's tough to, man. It's just really tough to get through certain times, man. I never got to a point where I want to hurt myself or harm myself or harm anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But it does get to a point where, man, I have to cry sometimes, bro.
Yeah, gotta get it out.
I have to really sit and just, it's not about being so macho or tough. To my young men out there that think crying is a weak thing, man, please, bro. I urge some of you young men, some of y'all, that's all y'all need to do is to get a good cry.
Get it out. Get it out.
Because,
get it out.
Man, when I'm done, I do feel better.
Do
feel like something's lifted from my heart or my attitude or my mind.
Yeah.
There's nothing embarrassing about crying. I think you get courage to do it. When I was younger, yeah, maybe I wouldn't do that when I was younger. But now, 39-year-old man.
Yeah, and if you I think that's important. That's a great point, man. hey man, anybody out there, if you feel like shedding some tears, get them out. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, no matter where you at, just get them out. You know what I mean? Now I wouldn't recommend it in front of your girl.
No.
To be honest with you.
By yourself.
But we'll talk about that in another segment. But you know, if you don't cry, right? Because fellas, you can do it in the shower, and it won't even feel like you're crying, because the water's on your face, running on your face anyway, right? But it's just the feeling that you get out. It's the release of that emotion that you can get out, right? So fellas, go ahead. If you feel like, you know, I know that's a little on the soft side, but hey, you know, it ain't about that. It's about helping you get that release so you don't flip out on somebody, right? Because if you hurting for real, if you really want to cry, and you cry at the wrong time, it's gonna make you feel vulnerable.
Super.
And then if you feel vulnerable, you're gonna get defensive. And if you get defensive, all it takes is for somebody that see you in that moment, take advantage of that moment, and now you want to hurt them, right? Because you want them to feel how you feeling, and it wasn't even about them. So, or something fluke could happen, like you could be watching a Disney movie and start tearing up. You'd be like, yo, what the You're like, yo, what's wrong with me? Mufasa just died and you in here sobbing like a baby.
You felt something though.
Right. Because look, that's a built up cry. You been wanting to cry. You just been holding it in. And then something like that just touch you, and then you can't let them now you in there feeling like a bitch. You like, oh nah, what's wrong with me?
But to clarify that,
get them cries out, fellas. It's all right.
Get them out,
because man. Get them out.
We do. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, man,
Excuse my language.
I think I cried like 2 times this week. I cried 2 times this week, dog. Got down on my knees to, you know, to pray.
Yeah.
And you just feel remorseful about stuff.
Yeah.
You know, things that you wish you could change.
Yeah.
I told you one that you recently helped me with, which was my mental about my job. Working so much. Had I not made that phone call to you, I don't know what attitude I would have had going back to the office to send that email. I probably would have sent a real nasty because of how I felt. I think you calmed me down and you said, bro, you said everything that you set out to do, you've done it. Relax. The job is always going to be there. And you know they'll find somebody to replace you. Bro, you got everything you said you need. Why was you doing this again? Did you get everything? I mean, you just went down like a checklist, and it was just, I needed to hear it. You know what I'm saying? That helped me get to a point where I say, you know what? Now it's time for me to trust God differently. I've been trusting myself, trusting His work, trusting this grind. I can let it go. If I let it go before and ain't nothing happened to me, I can do it again. And so you helped me get through that, and it was, man, was it scary? Nah, I think I was my body, my mind was ready. I was ready to, because I felt myself getting to a place where I'm about to lose it.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose it, man.
Yeah.
And had I, and there's so many other men, bro, there's probably men in our circle right now going through the same exact thing,
man.
Not saying anything about it.
Yeah.
About to lose it. And if that's you,
holler at
somebody.
Holler
at us.
Yeah.
Especially if you know us.
Yeah. Text, call.
Man.
Whatever.
Pull up.
And if you have to, you know what I mean? So, far as, so let's segue, right? What you done physically to keep yourself healthy?
Nothing.
Far as and like I said, again, we in December 2024, so everybody know where we are right now in life. So we ain't gonna just do a weekly wrap up or like, in the future we gonna do something like that. But for right now, we gonna pretty much do the year because it's the end of the year,
man.
Right, and it's the first episode, baby. So
man,
what you done physically this year? where you feel like you've done good at, and then where you want to get better at.
I've been up and down all year,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't give myself no good nothing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
If you had to give yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give yourself?
a 2.
A 2.
A 2. Give myself a 2.
All right.
I mean, you know.
So anything. What have you done physically? Period. Throughout the year. Just name something.
I mean,
Whether
bro,
you've been to the gym.
Yeah, I've gone to the gym, gone walking.
Mm-hmm.
I think what if I'm gonna be real with you, because that's what we're gonna do on here. We're not gonna make excuses. You know what my year has been like with, certain relationships.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Let me pour that.
Yeah. We're gonna
Because
talk about
that's a part of it for me.
That's a part of what has.
A part of it.
Why you at a 2? Physically, you feel like you had a.
That has choked my. It's choked my drive, but I can feel myself about to use it for good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I was already low when it happened, and now I'm just dealing with my emotions, just dealing with the crying, dealing with the loss, dealing with all of the thoughts that I'm thinking about myself, and it hasn't given me the drive I need to just let go and get where I need to be in the gym. Now, there is a plan in place that I need to fortify myself with and commit to. But the only person that can do that is me.
Right.
I want to say something to you, and I'm not being funny. When I was younger, you remember how I was when I was younger, bro. I was cold. I was ruthless, dog. I wasn't a good friend to a lot of people. I was a good friend. Let me not say that. I was a hurt young man that just said whatever came to his mind. But a part of me was protective too. I was cold. I was ruthless. And before I get back to that, there's a part of me that does want to get back to
that side of you, because you had a lot more drive.
Because it was my drive
physically,
was dog.
That drove you physically.
From basketball to football,
right,
to anything,
right.
That part of me, what? I'll destroy whoever.
Yeah,
I'm better than whoever.
Yeah,
even if they was better than me,
right.
I wouldn't, and I don't. I've lost that part of me.
You're talking about something like that's what gives you confidence, right? So
yeah.
The things that you go through mentally give you confidence to perform physically.
Yes.
Right? And that has to do with all aspects of your body. If you feel like if you are going through something mentally, you don't want to even eat right.
No.
You're not even eating right.
No.
You're not even drinking enough water.
I'm bad. I'm going
and
down.
You don't feel like you're not sleeping right. Right? And if you're not eating right, you're not sleeping right, you're not going to work out.
No.
You're not going to want to. You're not going to perform in no matter what sport you in competitively.
No.
If you ain't doing them few things.
And
so I get exactly what you're saying, to connect, because that's why we are talking about mental and physical health, because they are connected.
But
right?
what I'm scared to admit to you, a part of me is ready to go back to that. I know what's going to happen to me. And there's
mentally?
Yeah, there's aspects of my
that
natural
go
life
back to.
that I'm scared to. I don't want to be this cold. I asked God a couple years ago, Lord, don't make me into that bitter, nasty, mean man that doesn't have friends, that doesn't know how to relate to people. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy that has friends. But there's an aspect of where I was at when I was younger, man, where it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was using my hurt to
fuel the fire.
Yes.
Physically. Yeah.
And I'm afraid to lock back in like that, because I know how I know what I'm going to be, and I don't want to. I just don't want to be that to my friends. That's that's the disconnect that I'm having right now. Is that I'm ready to go back in that chamber. But Lord, please don't let my heart get cold to the people that I love.
Yeah.
Now help me just remember the people that I love now.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cold to people that I love.
Yeah.
At least let me be cold to the people who's left, or you know, let me use that for something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me, but you know.
Yeah, that's something. That's motivation. You know what I mean? That's something. That's a tool to use for motivation. Sometimes it can be something like, you know, I've heard before that heartbreak gives us clear vision, right? I heard that in a rap lyric, and I've heard it other times too before, but that's similar to what you're talking about, right? Something you might be going through mentally, no matter what it is. Because if you're going through something that's good for your mental, that you're happy about, you're eating, you're drinking water, you know, on a regular basis, you're getting sleep. And then when those things are happening, you feel confident about, I'm going to work out, or I'm going to play ball, or I'm going to do this. So the motivation is there and the confidence is there. But when you strip those two things away, you don't really want to do none of that stuff. And the after effects is you mentally, if you feel like you drained, or mentally you're going through something, or you're going through a heartbreak, or you lost a family member or a friend, those things chip away at your motivation and your confidence. And now you're at the point where, you know, you want to get, because you were hurt back then, it fuels a fire in you that's like, all right, I'm about to just pour my efforts into doing this physically. And you're saying that you don't want to go back to being that way, just to pour into being that driven physically.
There's just different thoughts that I'm scared to have again.
Yeah, for sure.
That ruled my mind being that young.
Yeah.
Wrong ideas about my friends who had my back for real.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll go back to that. I think it just was a dark time for me.
Yeah.
And being in that dark time, you don't realize, I didn't realize how many people I hurt during that time.
Yeah.
Friends that I hurt, or I disregarded, or may have been dismissive in my attitude. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to be that again. I'm way more mature than I was down in my teens. I think a lot of people who have been around me have seen my growth and understood that he's definitely not who he was at 15, at 39. You know what I mean? But man, there's aspects I miss about that kid that I wish I still had.
Yeah.
That is there. It's there.
Yeah.
I just haven't operated on it. And when I do, there's gonna be a lot of people, man, that I'm going to forgive them because I want to make sure I don't miss the kingdom. I want God to still forgive me of my trespasses and my fears and my sins and stuff like that. But maybe I'm just asking Him to let me use it. I'm afraid to ask God to, Lord, let me use this pain. But my heart enjoyed being evil for a little while. I think that's why people die so early, because and it turns into cancer, and I don't want that to be something I tell the masses to do, is hold on to anger and hatred and God will bless it. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is there's a version of me that enjoyed just being in a dark place for a while, and it's not healthy, it's not good. But I know there's aspects of it that will help me.
That'll help you, yeah. And I mean, you know, I think you just got to find a different motivation.
I just need to find
a different way to tap into that motivation. You know, the confidence will come after you get motivated. I think, you know, you just set a small goal for yourself, or several small goals for yourself, and then once you achieve them, that your confidence will get to the point where you're like, all right, I want to keep going, and that's the motivation that you need, a positive motivation as opposed to a negative motivation.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one right now
Mm-hmm.
that we're gonna put on camera right now, which is us doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the people who don't know, which we don't need to. I don't need to tell anybody why. My brother knows, and that's good enough for me. But there are certain elements of why we haven't started is because of me. So what we committed to do is we committed to just go full force now. You know, however many people follow us, support us, that's not the key. I think the real key is making sure that we tell people the truth about what we're going through, the real life things that we're dealing with. It's not about money. It's not about celebrity status or fame with us. Certainly not with us. But it really is about love. Like, it really is about.
That's the motivation.
We both want to see. Man, we got other friends that we still hang around that we want to see do great. That we enjoy seeing do great.
Mm-hmm.
That we have that. Some of them doing better than us.
Mm-hmm.
And they younger than us. Shout out to Rail. You know what I'm saying? That young dude, I'm so proud of him.
Yeah,
Because he one of the ones that just got it honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, that's my rant, man. You know, please don't take my words and do evil things. Please don't. That's
there
not
ain't nobody gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's your truth. You shared it, and that's what we gonna leave that at, man. With me physically, man, I'm just, old injuries are starting to plague me now. You know what I mean? Playing ball on concrete all of them years.
Oh yeah.
Getting in fights and getting in small little altercations, or not just that, just being hit by a car, being shot and stabbed and all of that. Those different things take a toll on you. Thank God I'm here. You know what I mean? I survived a lot of that because a lot of my homies have not survived none of that. You know what I mean? Physically, it just, now I'm feeling the after effects. I've been hit in the chin with a sledgehammer before. I survived it. I ain't go out. I ain't been knocked out. I've been boxing. I done been hit in the face, in the ribs, and I survived it. I've been hit by a car. I've been in a gang of fights, and not just that. That's just all I'm saying. I'm not saying that to say that I'm Teflon or I'm tough. I'm just feeling the after effects of it now. Physically, I'm feeling it now. When it's cold outside, I feel all of my old injuries. Even just playing ball, knee injuries, you know what I mean? Hand injuries from fighting.
Yeah.
Hands, like everything hurts when it's cold out. So physically, things ache. I could be lifting something, doing work, and something will pull in my back or my leg. And now where I used to, when I was younger, I didn't feel none of that.
Yeah.
I could just get up and keep going.
Yeah.
I can go play ball all day on the concrete, radio blasting, and as long as I got water and we out there, I'm eating candy, I'm eating chips, and I'm hooping all day. We hooping on the concrete all day long. And
90-degree weather.
90-degree weather, or when it's cold, we shovel the snow out the way and play ball. We playing football, we playing baseball, playing soccer. I'm playing all of these sports along with just doing, everyday life stuff. And, but I just, physically, this stuff takes a toll on you after some years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So physically, this year more than any, I would say more than within the last 2 years. Physically, I feel great. Like health wise,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't got sick. Thank y'all. I ain't got sick.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got sick in a long time. COVID. I never caught COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't caught the flu. I haven't got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So thank y'all. I mean, you know, I got little physical issues. You know what I mean? Little health issues that, you know, that I ain't gonna disclose. But it's like, it ain't nothing that I'm worried about.
Amen.
But the only thing I can say physically this year, I've been in the gym. I've been in and out of the gym. I haven't been consistent as I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be more consistent. I've been playing on some leagues, you know what I mean, for older men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I have a lot more weight on me than I've ever had before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Because one of my motivating, one of the people I inspire to play ball like, or, you know, and play, you know, when I play ball is outside of both my fathers, you know, and my uncle, is Carmelo Anthony, and he's always been a heavier
Mm-hmm.
ball player.
Yeah.
And I was always smaller. But, you know, within the last few years, I really haven't gotten rid of no weight. You know what I'm saying? So it made me feel a little heavier when I'm playing ball, which I don't mind. But I do see you know, like, I'm slower.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not as quick as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I get tired faster.
Mm-hmm.
All my injuries, again, like I said, they plague me now when it's cold outside,
Yeah.
or when it rains.
Man.
Anybody that's ever been through certain things physically, you know, when it rains, you feel it.
Yeah.
When it's freezing cold outside, you feel it.
You know, you was there. You was there.
Yeah, I know.
You was there when I tore my ACL.
Yeah, I know, man.
And
so,
when it rains, I feel it in my knee.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, some of my family members probably don't even know half of the stuff I just disclosed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just small things that I've been through physically that are taking a toll on me now. And, you know, I used to talk a little shit to, you know, family members and friends, like, man, you old ass nigga, you know what I mean? You old, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
We all did, bro.
the thing is, you know, you want to be, I'm grateful that I'm getting old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. So that's nothing that I'm complaining about. I want this to get twisted and I'm complaining about anything. I'm not. I'm just revealing that these are my physical ailments, that where I am physically, or how I've been this year physically, these are the results of, you know, just how it's been. You know what I mean? But realistically, this is how I account for my physical. If my level, as far as physically, if I have to, if a disaster comes and I have to run and get my children, because I feel like when a real disaster comes, nobody's gonna be able to drive. It's gonna be traffic everywhere. You gonna have to get out your car and either walk or bike ride or do something to get to where you need to get to. Do I feel like I can walk or run or get on a bike for miles right now? Absolutely. If I need to go get my children, if I need to rescue my mama or my siblings or my niece or my nephews, or if I need to go get them, I can do it. I can put one of them on my back, and I can carry the other one, and I can walk however long, and I can run however long, if I can bike ride, or if I have to swim, I can do it.
Yeah.
So physically, right now, realistically, on the grand scheme of things, which is the way I like to look at things, I'm in shape to survive. But am I in shape physically as far as like athletically how I used to be? Absolutely not. And where am I where I want to be physically? As far as my physique, no. But, you know, overall,
hey man, we gonna get there, bro.
health wise, I'm alright.
Hey, so we might as well put this on wax, man. You know, this time next year, This time next year.
This time next year,
where we gonna be?
Man, shout out to my bro John Roski. I'm gonna be cut up like a bag of dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be shredded like an action figure out here next year. By this time next year, we gonna see.
By this time next year,
we gonna
time next year, let me say,
we gonna see.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Throw over ring. That's what I'm telling y'all.
I'm gonna just go do the work.
I'll throw over ring.
Bad call. He loves his
On my own meat.
You want me to put the hammer down?
You know who Thor is? Y'all know who Thor is, right? Cool. Y'all know who Wolverine is. Cool. I'm a mixture of both of them. So if I'm black, that's it.
Damn.
Ain't no mutant like that. So on my own. Watch what's gonna happen. By this time next year, I'm be throw Wolverine out this joint. Shout out to all of the guys. You know, everybody that's getting themselves physically situated. You know what I mean? They in a place where they want to be and they continue to do it. I'm motivated by the same thing, man. Just seeing people.
That's my challenge. You know, I feel like if I'm being real with you,
nobody better not steal my Thor Marine shit neither.
They gonna try, don't worry. But they won't. But I feel like this. I feel like I got all the other aspects of my life are pretty good, except that.
And that's what you.
So that's where I need to focus on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I need to focus on. And I mean, not just focus on for the wrong things, but it's to live another 40 years.
Absolutely. That's
you know
the whole motivation behind it.
You know,
mentally and physically is to get yourself in a position where you can survive and continue living. You know what I mean? Because we can't, unforeseen circumstances happen before all of us. You can just randomly get in an accident, or you get, a random natural disaster come. And
you just randomly catch pneumonia.
Or you can
randomly catch
pneumonia.
COVID.
You can catch COVID or anything. Or you can catch anything. Or you might have some shit going on in your body right now that just ain't hit you yet.
And
so
I really want to I want to thank I want to send this moment out to my sister. I know my sister loves me, Nicole. I want to thank you for cursing me out as much as you did the other couple weeks ago. Yo, bro, she cussed me out.
Got on your ass.
When she found out, so I wasn't feeling well, and it was on her birthday, matter of fact.
Right.
And I called her, wished her happy birthday, and I'm talking to her, and she's like, bro, what you doing? I was like, yo, I'm on my way to the gym. I'm about to go to the sauna. I ain't feeling well, so I'm gonna go sweat it out. I'm gonna go sweat it out in the gym. So she was like, what's your symptoms? And I started telling her, she was just like, bro, that's not normal. She was like, well, you might have pneumonia. She was like, look, that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to really go get some, like, real medicine, antibiotics, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she cussed me out. She was like, you better not bullshit me. You better take your ass to the such and such and such and such. You better let me know what time you get there. Bro, I did exactly that.
Yeah.
Like, she made me feel so bad. Like, I'm talking about, like, she called me out. Like, she was like, yo, you better not bullshit me.
Yeah.
And when she said that, because I was about to bullshit her. I was about to be like, man, whatever.
I don't know what you talking about.
Nigga, I'm straight. What you talking about, dog? I was about to cold live turn off my car and walk slam in that joint. But when she said what she said, I was like, it's her birthday, and if I bullshit her on her birthday, I ain't shit. I was like, all right, sis, I'm on my way, and I'm gonna call you when I get there. Man, I let her talk to the nurse at the front desk. She was like, oh yeah, he's here. We got him. He's safe, And she was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I called her that night and I was like, thank you for telling me the real. You know what I'm saying? Telling me what to do. I feel way better now. I might be able to get some sleep. So shout out to my sister for loving me enough to curse me out, put me in place, tell me the truth about myself. I love you, Cold World, and thank you.
Shout out to Cold World.
Saving my life.
And look, that's important, man. Before we segue out, it's very important to anybody that has any mental health or physical health things going on with your body or things going on with your mind or anything you're thinking or you're feeling. Just talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Tell somebody how you're feeling. Tell somebody what you're thinking. You need help. get help. No matter what it is, mentally or physically, if you need somebody to talk to, tell you what to do, tell you about how you know what you need to switch up your diet to get your health situated. Switch up your diet. If you need to drink more water, because a lot of y'all need to drink more water.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga,
I'm one of them too.
yeah, exactly. That's why I looked at it. And I know
them too.
everybody else in this camera who I was looking, and everybody in my family know. I tell you in a heartbeat. Want you to how much water have you drinking? Because you can stop yourself from having headaches if you have headaches. Headaches is a dehydration of the mind.
I didn't know
If
that.
you drink water, you can prevent yourself from getting a headache. There you go. So I'm just saying, an important part of what my bro host just said is listen to somebody. Somebody that loves you, somebody care about you. If they're telling you something, they're not telling you something just because they're telling it to you. They're telling it to you for your benefit, right? If someone's telling you, hey, you know, you got this and this and this, what's your symptoms? Okay, even if they're not a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
if they telling you, hey man, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? And you saying, nah, I didn't do that. Nah, I didn't do that. Nah, I didn't do this. Okay, then that's probably what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to start to help you feel better. It's not a cure, but it'll help you feel better,
Yeah.
right? And then this is what you need to do to prevent that from happening again. If someone tells you that, your friend tells you that, or someone you love tells you that, your family member, listen to them. Listen to them.
And don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed. Just
Don't be
listen.
ashamed, dog. Like,
Just listen. Just do it. Or try it. Even if it don't help or it don't work right away, just try it. Just try it. And we can all, because that's a huge part of everything. All of us is to love each other and give each other advice and give each other knowledge to help us continue to live and to survive. So that's the point of this podcast. That's the point of us telling our family members and our friends, do this, try this. This will help you. So, to help your mental and your physical health, if you need help, everybody need help. There ain't no if.
Yeah.
We all need help.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody. If you ain't got nobody to talk to, hit us up.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Find us. And there's millions of other people that you can do the same thing. Thousands of other people. But if you can't find nobody, if you feel like you ain't got nobody, you ain't alone. We got your back. Holla at us.
And
You know what I'm
we on this journey together, man.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
it's a journey. You know what I mean? I
Yes,
think,
sir.
man, the biggest thing, you're strengthened when you know you got people with you.
Yeah.
And I think we do forget there's always more people with us than against us.